Pirate RV here, straight from the bottom of YouTube. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of an update video. I haven't put anything on my channel in quite a while, but yeah, for anybody who's following, not that there's many on there, that brown van turned into a complete piece of garbage, which is go figure. I had to get rid of it. I was getting too many problems with parking it on the street because it was a rusted out piece of junk, so that's gone. I had a Blazer, I sold it, and I went into this. So fast forward to what's happening right now. About end of September, I started driving this. It's a 1986 Dodge B250 conversion van. When I got it, it had about 86,000 kilometers on it, so about 45,000 miles, something like that. End of September, over the time I got it in last April, I started fixing it up. You can see on the top, I've put 200 watts worth of solar. That weird piece of pipe that's up top there, that's my kind of homemade kayak rack. I'm going to pick up a kayak for it, and I've just got a piece of 2x2 zip tied on the back just to get it up and over top of the solar panels. The tires were in good shape when I got it. The brakes needed done, so the fronts were already done, but the backs were in pretty rough shape. They were drums, so they were a nightmare. I spent 2-3 days fixing those at my parents' place. Just having issues with the springs, so I put new shoes and new hardware kit on. The drums weren't too bad. I was able to salvage those, but there's no rust on it, you know. I mean, the body paint looks like crap, but it's okay. So anyway, I decided to drive this thing over 3,000 miles down to Florida. Well, I drove the van down to Florida, and I got across the border, and I was having all kinds of problems with the carburetor. I could never get that Holley 2280 carburetor to work properly. So I went ahead and had to go into a carb shop in Kirkland, and they really screwed it up. They overtimed it, had it running good for a bit, but it turned out I was missing a curb idle screw, which is why I could never get it to adjust properly. You know, who knew? I could see there was something missing there, and I tried to fix it the best I could, but it wasn't working. But anyway, they overtimed it, and I got down in towards Montana, and they put so much torque on it that it ripped the power steering belt off. So I thought it was just a power steering belt. It wasn't going to be a big deal, so I limped it into the nearest town, which ended up being Anaconda, Montana, to the nearest Napa. But unluckily for me, it was a Saturday, and they weren't open Sunday either. They were closed. So I had to wait and camp out. It ended up snowing and getting down to -7, and just a complete bloody nightmare. Well, when I parked the vehicle, it unfortunately went ahead and started bubbling. So I thought I had a blown out head gasket. Well, I didn't know that that belt was also attached to my water pump. So it turned out I was desperate. I was looking everywhere trying to find somebody, and I got lucky and found a guy named Rob who helped me out to fix the van. We ended up renting out a shop off some Mormons named the Emans, and they $50 a day we rented out the shop, and I did the one side of the motor while Rob did the other side, and we did new head gaskets, new intake gaskets, put a new water pump on it, did the valve seals on the head, and did a whole top end overhaul on it. So fast forward now, I've been down in Florida now for about a month and a half or so. I think it's December 7th or 8th, something like that right now, or the 10th, I don't know. I'm not really following it too much, to be honest with you. It's probably more like the 10th, but right now I'm in I'll do a little bit of a pan around here for you. I'm in a park. It's called Green Swamp West Track. I'll take a little bit of walk. We can have we'll walk around here. You can see I've got my little camp stove set up with a little bit there. I'm going to cook up some breakfast here in a bit. And my fire pit ring, and there you can see the 2x2 redneck special I put up there. But this is pretty much it. There's an orange tree right here, so it's not like Nomadic Fanatic. It's not mystery fruit. It's a freaking orange. So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just kind of cruising around here and checking everything out. and I'm enjoying myself. It's having a good time. You have to excuse the shakiness from the camera. I'm just shooting this on a Samsung A5 2017. I don't even have my laptop with me right now. I've got to pick up a laptop here next check in a week or two here so I can edit up the videos and put everything on properly. So I'm just shooting this raw. But I wanted to give everybody, like I said, an update. So here's where I'm at. This is mainly for my friends, and I don't really have a whole lot of fans, but we'll see what happens. I'm not shooting these YouTube videos to make any money or anything. It'd be nice if it got to that point, but I doubt it ever will. Not a big deal. You can see there's these little like shelters for you to go ahead and put your stuff under. But what I was getting at is I'm at a place called Green Swamp West Track. You can see a little bit of palm trees there, which is nice. I always try and find the spots with the palm trees. I'm just outside of Dade City, Florida, maybe about 4 miles, about maybe 8 miles from a place called Zephyrhills. I've been spending a lot of time in this area since I've been down here. I had a lady that I met up with that was okay, but you know, I don't want to get too far into that, but it's not working out the best, and I'm cutting her loose this weekend and heading down south towards Miami again. And the Keys, so I'll be shooting a bunch of videos down there. Gonna try and get a kayak here pretty quick so I can do a little bit of swimming and well, swimming and fishing out of the kayak and cruising around and paddling. But yeah, I mean, this spot right here, like I said, it's called Green Swamp West Track. This is a little tip for you guys who are out RVing and driving your van around if you make it down to Florida. If you Google Water Matters, it'll bring you the Southwest Florida water management site, and you can go in there and you can put in permits for what's called estuarian camping. And I put in a permit for here. I've been able to stay for a week for free. I've done about a month's worth of permits. I was able to stay at about 3-4 different spots, all in the area. There's another one you can look at. It's called Dinner Island. But I'm just gonna go ahead and flip around here. Actually, I can't. Fuck it. Anyway, you can go to a place called Dinner Island. If you go on to freecampsites.net, you can find all the places, and a lot of them will have permits. So you find the website, you put in for the permit, and you get it. Now these ones, they usually take anywhere from like 3 to 5 days, business days. If you put it in on the weekend, you're not going to get it, you know, for a while. But yeah, you get free camping out of the deal. So I mean, you can't really complain. I'm going to be moving today over to another spot. I'll try and take some video there of me fishing off the fishing pier, or caught a little bass the other day, and take a look around there and show you that. But yeah, the nice thing about this area here is right next door there's a place called Withlacoochee River Park. It's literally right next door. It's not even a mile away. And they've got spots varying. If you catch the right guy, you can rent out the rec field with no services for $5 a day if you're lucky. You know, from like Sunday to Tuesday, and you ask, they'll give you a bit of a deal. You know, and other than that, there's $15 a night tent sites. There's $20 a night for RV with electric. There's a dump for your septic. There's showers there. There's a fishing pier and a canoe launch on the river. This is really nice for if you're, you know, like you can come over to a place like here that I'm showing you right now, and you can go ahead and stay out here for, you know, a week or whatever, and you can run next door and you can have a shower. You can go in and, you know, you can stay a couple of days here, and then when you really need a shower after 2-3 days, you go pay for a night over there, and, you know, use the campfire ring, use the dock, have a nice time, and then, you know, you can come back and do this again. I showed you guys my video from about a year ago on my portable shower. I've been using that when it's hotter with a pair of shorts. You know, obviously you want to do that when nobody's around, off the back, and shower in there. But I'm going to cut this video a little short here. We're getting close to the 10-minute mark, but I just wanted to touch base with everybody. And anyway, from the sea into the RV, here I am. I'm down in Florida. Keep your stick on the ice.